you can, if you like your child, I always say if you don't like, leave it to charity. Some of us have horrible children. Do you have any horrible children? Does anybody have like a child where you really are not going to leave your farm? Any farmers? No, you don't have to. Just if you don't like them, don't, then what I did for you doesn't mean anything.
I understand that Trump's brain is a swirling vortex of chaos, but why he decided to start ranting about us not liking our kids. Does anybody have the one kid that they wouldn't leave their money to? That might seem random, but there might actually be something in the news that could be informing Trump's rant right there. We found out just recently that Trump's eldest son, Don Jr., said in a sworn deposition that he has next to no understanding of the generally accepted accounting principles, or GAAP, the accounting standard adopted by the US SEC. The judge, so this is going to play into a judicial decision that's not what Trump wanted, but the judge goes on to say, furthermore, the record is replete with evidence that Donald Trump Jr.'s statement that we have not knowingly withheld pertinent information is blatantly false. So during this deposition, Don Jr. Is not able to convince the judge that he's not actively lying about a number of things being investigated, and tries to use as a defense that he doesn't know anything about this business stuff. And that is important because those statements and him not reassuring the judge apparently played into the decision that's just been handed down by New York Supreme Court Judge Arthur Engoron that is now going to appoint an independent monitor to ensure there's no further fraud at the Trump organization, restricting its ability to freely make deals, sell assets, and change its corporate structure while an investigation into a variety of different forms of fraud takes place. That deposition was part of a process that in theory could have stopped this from happening. But Don Jr. flubbed it so bad that now there's gonna be someone looking over their shoulder. So this is in regards to a lawsuit that you've probably heard about on Truth Social with Trump bleeding constantly about Peekaboo James and things like that. Anyway, so New York's Attorney General alleges Trump and the Trump organization misled banks and others about the values of prized assets, including golf courses and hotels bearing their name. And so now their ability to try to avoid some of this judgment, conceal information, potentially engage in a variety of forms of business that they'd like to, might be constrained in no small part thanks to the assist from Don Jr.
Yeah, and is it Eric or Don Jr. or both that he hates? I mean, which one? I think both of them are wildly incompetent. One is like,
he works more with Don Jr., but Don Jr. is also more needy on social media. Like he talks at least a couple times a year about how sexy his dad is, and that may push Daddy Trump away. I don't know.
Like, yeah, like just the sweaty coke haze that he's always in on the internet. I don't know, but then every video I've ever seen of Eric Trump is like, why are you so mean to my dad? He can't handle it. He's getting destroyed out there. Like they're both bad. He only likes Ivanka, maybe Tiffany, definitely Barron. I think he actually does like Barron. But like, it's so sad. And I think it's a false to assume that there's only one child that he hates. I will also say that was a funny bit. I think that was a funny bit. So I think that if you're looking for reasons people like Trump, like that's a conversation people have with a person. That sounded like a person.
Brett Erlich, who is your garbage person of the week?
A member of the Trump family is a garbage person because she argues essentially that we should jail Donald Trump. Now, did she say that explicitly? No, but as one journalist pointed out, back in the day, she advocated for a political figure to be jailed for this exact same type of crime. Kim Guilfoyle, you garbage person. Let's take a look.
He was indicted on charges that he took nearly $1 million from donors to cover up an affair he had with Riel while running for president in 2008. What do you think of this guy?
It's not misdemeanors. He's looking at time behind bars.
Okay, well,
it's major trouble, Bob. These are serious allegations against him.
It's a
misallocation. He used this money to hide his pregnant mistress with the funky headband.
Why is there any chance he gets off of these? And if there are,
I think there's a very strong case against him. And you have people who are also going to testify against him. So I think he's in trouble.
He won't go to jail though. Why not?
Why? Because it's America, and that's the way to do things.
It's just so perfect.
I never
It's
saw
just
that.
so perfect. Also, so that's Donald Trump Jr.'s wife, and she got dumped by Gavin Newsom. I'm just saying, they were married before and they got dumped. They were both weird looking, like did these weird provocative photo shoots together. It's everyone should look up online. But yeah, a Donald Trump family member essentially is arguing that a politician should not get away with and should face consequences for non-misdemeanor punishments for hush money covering up affairs they had. So Kim Guilfoyle, you garbage person, you have no loyalty to me and my MAGA brethren.